Have you ever told everyone about something big you wanted to do? And did you notice what happened next? Sometimes, when we speak too much about our dreams, they become harder to reach. Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a young man named Simon. He had big dreams. Every week, he started something new. One day, he wanted to open a shop. The next week, he planned to learn pottery. Then, he decided to build a house. But Simon had a strange habit. Before he began anything, he told everyone in the village about his plans. He walked through the market and said, "I will open the biggest shop in this village." People clapped. They smiled. They said kind words. Simon felt proud and important. That night, he slept peacefully. But the next morning, when it was time to start working, he felt tired. The energy was gone. Days passed, and he never opened the shop. Then Simon decided to learn pottery again. He gathered people in the village square and spoke about his new dream. "I will make the most beautiful pots. Everyone will buy from me." People praised him and encouraged him. Simon felt wonderful. But again, after a few days, he lost interest. He never touched the clay. This pattern continued for years. Simon announced every dream. People celebrated his words, but his hands stayed empty. His life did not change. He felt ashamed and could not understand why he always failed. Deep inside, his heart grew heavy, and he felt stuck. One evening, Simon sat alone near the old well. An elder from the village approached him. The man was quiet and humble. People respected him, but he never spoke much. He sat beside Simon and asked gently, "Why do you look so troubled?" Simon sighed. "I have so many dreams, but I never finish anything. I don't know what's wrong with me." The elder nodded slowly. "Tell me, what do you do when you have a new idea?" Simon answered, "I tell everyone. I want them to know what I'm going to do. I want them to feel proud of me." The elder smiled softly. "Come with me tomorrow morning. I want to show you something." The next day, Simon met the elder in his small garden. The elder held 2 seeds in his hand and gave 1 seed to Simon. "Plant this in the ground," he said. Simon dug a small hole, placed the seed inside, and covered it with soil. Then, the elder took the second seed and held it up high. He called a few children nearby and said, "Look, I have a seed. Soon it will become a beautiful tree." The children smiled and watched. The elder placed the seed on a rock and left it there. Days passed. The elder watered the seed buried in the soil and said nothing about it. Simon visited the garden often. Slowly, a tiny green shoot appeared. Week after week, it grew. The elder still said nothing. He just watered it quietly. Meanwhile, the seed on the rock stayed the same. It dried in the sun. Birds pecked at it. It never grew. After several weeks, Simon saw a small plant standing strong in the soil. The other seed was gone. The elder stood beside him and spoke gently. "A seed needs silence to grow. It needs darkness. It needs to stay hidden under the earth. If you leave it in the open and talk about it, it dries up. It never becomes a tree." Simon stared at the small plant, and something shifted inside him. The elder continued, "When you share your dreams too early, you feel proud. You feel as if you have already done the work. People's praise gives you pleasure, and your mind feels satisfied before any real effort begins. The energy you need for action gets wasted in words." Simon felt his face grow warm. He had been doing exactly this. Every time he announced a plan, he felt successful without actually working. The praise was enough, and he never felt the urgency to finish. The elder placed a hand on Simon's shoulder. "Dreams are fragile at the beginning. They need protection. Keep them quiet. Let them grow in the dark soil of your effort. When the tree is strong, everyone will see it. You won't need to announce it." Simon thanked the elder and walked home slowly, thinking deeply. That night, he made a decision. He would try something new, but this time he would tell no one. He chose one simple goal: to build a wooden chair. He did not announce it. He did not gather people. He simply started. Every evening, after his daily work, he went to a quiet corner and worked with wood. Some days he felt excited. Other days he felt tired. But because no one knew, no one asked questions, and no one expected anything, he only had his hands and the wood. Days turned into weeks. The chair began to take shape. Simon made mistakes and fixed them. Slowly, the chair became strong and smooth. When it was finished, Simon sat on it. He felt something he had never felt before, real pride. Not the pride that comes from words, but the pride that comes from doing. One morning, his neighbor saw the chair outside Simon's house. "Simon, this is beautiful. When did you make this?" Simon smiled quietly. "I have been working on it." The neighbor was surprised. "You never told anyone." Simon nodded. "I wanted to finish it first." Word spread slowly. People saw the chair and were impressed. But by then, Simon had already started his next project. This time he planned to build a small table, and again he told no one. He worked in silence. Weeks passed. The table was completed. Then a shelf, then a stool. Years went by. Simon became known in the village as a skilled craftsman, but he never announced his plans. He only showed his work when it was done. People respected him because his actions spoke louder than his words. Simon's life changed completely. He no longer needed praise before starting. He found something deeper, the quiet satisfaction of building something real.